Okay, we are back and ready to graph inequalities now. So as I mentioned in the last video, inequalities have more than one solution. So we can't just write the solution like m equals 6, but we have to graph the solution so we can show all the possibilities. Okay, here's what it's going to look like. Our first example, we've got m is greater than 4. So take a look at my list here. Could m be 2? If we put 2 into that inequality, is 2 greater than 4? No. So 2 is not going to work. That's not a true inequality. Okay, what about 3? Is 3 greater than 4? No. Same thing, right? 3 is not greater than 4. The inequality would not be true. What about 4? Is 4 greater than 4? No. It is equal, but not greater. Is 5 greater than 4? Yes. So 5 could be a solution. Is 6 greater than 4? Yes. 6 could be a solution. And we could keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10, 100. Those would all be solutions to our inequality, m is greater than 4. There would actually be an infinite number of solutions here. So we graph the solutions on the number line. You can see we have a number line. We would start at the number 4. So I'm going to mark where 4 is on my number line. We put a circle over the 4, and we're going to keep our circle open. Okay, there's a difference between open and closed. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So we're going to have it open, and we're going to draw the arrow to the right because all the numbers greater than 4 are going to the right on the number line. Okay, let's take a look at the next one here. M is less than or equal to -2. So let's look at some possibilities first. Could x be -5? Is -5 less than or equal to -2? Yes, it is, because -5 is further to the left on the number line than -2, so we know that it is less than. Is -4 less than -2? Yes. -3 less than -2? Yes. -2 is -2 less than or equal to -2. And yes, it fits the equal part, so it would be a solution this time. Is -1 a solution? Nope, it is not less than or equal. 0 is not less than or equal to -2, and 1 is not less than or equal to -2. Okay, so let's graph our solution on the number line. We need to start at -2. So I just have a blank line here. We can put arrows on each end to represent a number line, and we can make our mark anywhere we want. Since there's not already numbers marked on it, we can start wherever, and I'm going to label it -2, and this time we are going to close that circle because -2 is a solution to the inequality. It is included in the solution set. -2 and everything less than -2. So we draw an arrow going to the left. All right, down below here, you can use a number line to show the solutions to inequalities. We use an open circle when it is just a less than or greater than symbol. And we use a closed circle when it's less than or equal and greater than or equal. Let's try a couple more, okay? Graph the inequality. X is greater than -1. So again, our number line is here. It is not marked at all with numbers, so we can pick anywhere that we want. It does not matter. We just need to label where we are. So we're going to start at -1, and we want X to show all the values greater than -1. So we have an open circle, and our arrow will go to the right. Okay, numbers greater than -1 go to the right. So that means if I had 0, 0 is greater than -1. Or if we picked a number like 5, 5 is greater than -1. Okay, anything to the right. And our circle is opened because -1 is not a solution. Okay, the next one, x is less than 0. So we're going to start at 0 on the number line. And this one's going to look kind of funny because I'm going to put my open circle above it and arrow to the left. Any value less than 0 is going to be a solution. Now, for these two that we just did, you might be asking, why do we use that open circle and start at 0? Why not just start then at -1 and do a closed circle and our arrow to the left? And the reason for that is because there are actually a whole bunch of numbers in this space between 0 and -1 that are going to be solutions. All those fractions and decimals like -1/2 or -3/4 are going to be a possible solution for the value of x. So 0 itself is not, but as soon as we get just the tiny bit to the left or less than 0, then we're going to have a solution. All right, here we go. X is less than or equal to 3. So mark your place on the number line, wherever you would like to start. We're going to label it 3. This time we have less than or equal. So we close that circle because we have the equal part, and we want less than 3. So we're going to move it this way. Okay, one last one. 6 is greater than or equal to x. Now you'll notice this time the variable is on the right side of the inequality. I don't really like that. I prefer to read left to right and have the variable come first. So if you prefer that as well, feel free to rewrite the inequality. You just have to flip your inequality symbol. So we could have 6 is greater than or equal to x, or x is less than or equal to 6. Those mean the same thing. Okay, and now I can start at 6 on the number line. I'll just put it right here, label it 6. We're going to have a closed circle, arrow going to the left again for less than. All right, down here at the bottom, what inequality is being represented on the graph? So this time I give you the graphs and you have to write the inequality to match it. Okay, so here we are starting at 3. I'm going to use x as my variable, and the arrow is going to the right, which means greater. So x is greater than or equal to 3. Notice it's a closed circle, so we include the equal. Greater than or equal to 3. And our last one, we're starting at 0 on the number line, so x is less than 0. Okay, we have an open circle. That means 0 is not included in the solution, so we keep just the less than 0. All right, we've got a couple extra number lines there. We can just ignore those, and you guys are going to go practice on your own. Good luck!